Hey guys, Matt here, and today back with another episode of Anime vs. Reality. Bailey decided not to show up once again because he has other things to do after this episode. Of
Yeah,
course he does.
yeah. For my sorry to sidetrack here, but I'm just looking at this new game. What I'm thinking of doing for my next channel, my horror channel. I've heard it's good. The Mortuary or something. You play as a person that looks
the
over bodies.
the mortuary assistant. I know that
Yeah,
game.
I've heard good things about that. Because I'm trying to
I've
play a new
seen
game.
playthroughs of that.
Yeah, I'm trying not to spoil myself, but it looks pretty good. It's pretty scary.
Well, I will say it's randomly generated scares.
What do you mean?
It's never the same scares in the same order.
Oh, okay.
So even if you've seen it playthrough, you're gonna get something different.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm also
All
considering
right.
doing some horror games myself in the future.
Yeah. No, if you ever want to do something together, let me know. But anyway, let's get to this.
I'm sorry.
So apparently, there's a rumor that Crow's dingaling is completely made out of muscle.
I love how that's the first note I took for episode 5 because it's just like these prisoners just talking about Crow and like the rumors about him, and
At
it's just
least
like
it's not sentient.
I just love how one of the myths is how his schlong is made out of muscle.
Yeah. Yeah. At least it's not sentient though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's this comic I was Wanted. They made a movie of it, but I've recently read the comic, and there's this guy. He's called Johnny Two Dingalongs, and he's got like his dingalong is like 13 inches, and it's telepathic apparently, and,
What?
and and it's the one in control. It wears the pants in that family. It makes the person do what it wants. It's so funny.
Okay, let's move on
Yeah.
from that.
Suminaga shows Genta an eyeball suspended in preserving fluid, saying Genta will still provide research material after death.
So
Oh
yeah,
no, poor
he has a
Genta.
very high chance of dying. That's great.
Yeah, poor Genta.
So yeah,
Makina. Sorry, what?
I was gonna read it.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Makina tries to get access to the director's office, but they seem to be twins. I don't know exactly because like one's a male,
Yeah,
one's a
yeah.
female.
I was getting thrown off that a bit.
Yeah, but they prevent her entrance to the office, and but we see the director just laying down in the bed and hooked up to machines, and he's
Yeah.
also humming like the lullaby, meaning he knows Shiro in some form. And
Yeah, rock goodbye, baby. The
no,
trees are...
not that lullaby.
Yeah,
It's just referred to as the lullaby. It's not really given a proper title. But it's interesting that he knows that because that means he knows Shiro, which is actually indicated in the credits as one of the photos.
yeah, yeah. Because that's like, because I didn't pick up on that at first, but now that you're saying it, it's making more sense to me.
Yeah,
Because I thought he was senile when he was just humming, but
yeah.
now that you mention
So,
it, yeah,
all the photos in the credits are all like tied to characters. Like there's one for Crow, there's one for Makina, there's the director and Shiro, uh, and there's Shiro and Gunter when they were kids. What else was there? The a character will be meeting later on in the story has a picture where she was a nurse. I think she used to work for Urara actually,
yeah. I think she did.
but it's just interesting how those pictures fill in some background without saying anything.
Yeah, that's one of those in movies and films that's called like show don't tell.
Yeah,
because showing something can. It's like that old saying: "A picture paints 1,000 words."
Like I still feel like the show with the best credits, in my opinion, is Real Story of Devil, which is on our list.
Yeah, speaking of devils, is the devil a part timer, part two on the list?
Well, did you ask for Devil's part time in the first place?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did.
So it that would just cover all of that.
All right.
Anyway, so let's move on. I took another note from the opening. It's like the same section that we see all the scars on the prisoners. We also see that she doesn't have a collar, indicating she is not a prisoner. She just stays there. It's like her home. It's like that's not a
They
home you
say
want to
home.
be in, isn't it?
No, Shiro's home is with Genta because home is where the heart is.
No, but she was at the prison before Gunter showed up.
Yeah, but you get the joke.
Yeah.
Damn right you do. All right, moving on.
Yeah. So you is still upset with losing all those cast points. And we see you remember some moments of the last episode and also a new moment of a character we are also going to be meeting. I think it's either in this episode or the next episode that we meet this character. But yeah.
Character is that
Well, we'll find out soon, won't we?
soon or later.
Sooner rather than later. You want to take the next note?
Okay. Shiro was worried about Ganta because I kept, when I was writing this, I kept calling him Ginta for some reason. Alright, Shiro was worried about Ganta because she knows he has always been a useless kid. You catch that Shiro said, always. How does she know? That foul
How,
succubus.
how's, like, she wouldn't say always if she only met him days ago. Because, like, this whole anime so far has taken place over, like, a few days. Which is interesting, to say the least. It's, like, pretty short time period, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, we finally
I'm
find
gonna
out
be
about
honest
these
with you.
car... Oh, sorry,
Sorry.
what's that?
I was gonna say, I'm gonna be honest with you, the time sometimes confuses me. Because sometimes like it goes a few days and it's like a week. Does that ever throw you
Uh,
off?
Mostly trying to figure out a timeline. That's, like, the only one that has ever done that is not really an anime, but it's Ruby, and that has just thrown me out of whack every time I try to come up with a timeline. Like
Yeah.
like map wise, all that stuff. It's just like it's the timeline of Ruby is actually impossible in seasons 4 or 5.
Good thing I've only seen 1 and 2, so I'm not as confused.
Oh, don't worry, I'll make you watch it,
Oh no.
or at least
Alright,
the anime version.
yeah, version.
Yep.
Not the new one.
That is the new one.
Ice
Ice
Queendom?
Queendom is the new one. That's an anime that I
I thought
can't
you weren't
watch.
watching that.
I can't watch it.
You don't know what you're missing out on.
Uh, I'm not really missing out on anything because I know it's so far it's just been a recap of season 1.
Okay.
Because I do have
So
a
what,
friend
it's
over in
like,
Perth that's telling me that sort of stuff.
so what's like Dragon Ball Super, where the movie and the season like is the same, just with extra things added?
I haven't really watched Dragon Ball Z, but the closest I would know is the initial D movie. How it was basically like the movie was treated as a season.
Then yeah, that's basically what I mean. Anyways, back on topic. Where were we?
So the Carnival Corpse events take place inside a giant bird cage. It's like yes, it sort of makes sense considering we got a character named Crow and Gunter's name is um what was it? What was his bird name?
Was it Sparrow?
No, hold on. Where was it? The woodpecker. Like
Like Woody Woodpecker,
Gunter's
I
name
get
is
it.
Woodpecker. So it sort of makes sense that it's a giant bird cage in a way because all the names of the Deadmen in the fighting arena is bird theme. But there is a good part of this. While this event is like a fight to the death event, no one actually has to die. So Gunter can win, but not kill anyone.
Yeah, so he just needs to. He just needs to.
Beat them.
What was it? Yeah, he doesn't like. It's knock him out, right? Or
Yeah,
is it knock him off the stage?
it knocked them out. I
Knock him
don't
out.
think it really knocked them off the stage.
Get that bird open. Knock him out.
But it's
Both
just
figuratively and
it's just
literally.
like, oh, it's convenient for Gunter so he doesn't have to kill anyone to actually, like, he keeps his morals.
Yeah, that's dead. Because that's really like what separates you.
Uh, you seem to be going in and out of it.
So I said keep his morals good, as in Deadman Wonderland, your moral what separates you from the criminal.
Uh, you might
Like
need
yeah, criminals.
to drop out and rejoin.
Oh, okay.
Just, yeah, give that a go. See if that fixes it.
Yeah. Oh, then let me try spin.
Although it does seem to
There,
be
is this
better
better?
now. Yeah.
Okay.
I know you were talking about morals, but what was that again exactly?
I was saying that it's good that he keeps his morals because there are like yeah, Deadman Wonderland is full of prisoners, but not all of them like not all
Crazy.
the crimes are heinous. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
It's just they get sent there
So it's like
because like we need more prisoners to this prison, sort of thing.
yeah, and so it's like
Just imagine
because
going to jail.
Genter is innocent.
Yeah. Just imagine going to jail for jaywalking or something like that.
Oh yeah, I
Or
remember
like
that.
something
Like
so insignificant, and yet you get like a month in prison, and if you don't take part in the games, you will die. It's like that's unfair.
who the hell do these people think they are? All right, so where were we?
So yeah, the audience themselves note how unfair this fight's going to be between Gunter and Crow, and
Oh, really? The audience noted that, but they don't notice that the game isn't a game, that it's real.
yeah, I love that. It's just like what if
Like
you like
it's
someone if someone dies in the game, they're just like, oh, this is some really good acting.
it's not like if they were watching it all on TV, then I'd be able to accept that because you know of editing tricks and everything.
Yeah,
But no, they're right there.
like
That's what
all of
kind of
them are
annoys me. It's
watching it
like,
through like this VR headset because we see
oh yeah.
Tsunaga later take it off and just because he's in his
I
office
mean,
just watching
those
it.
people are the exception, but the ones that attend, it's like, god damn it.
Oh, and there's also just someone named No Name there that's just like, why the unfair fight?
Yeah, at least like one guy calls it out.
Yeah. So yeah, Gunter's like, I'm gonna climb this tree and get out of the way. Just to get distance to shoot off his shot. But he shoots too much and goes into anemia.
For those of us who don't know what anemia is
It's like low blood level, basically.
yeah, it's not to be confused with ammonia.
Basically, if you have too little blood, you start feeling faint, you go pale, stuff like that.
If we have
And if you're not
10
careful, you can collapse.
Yeah, you know how many pints of blood we have in our body?
It's like 4, isn't it?
10.
Or 10. Yeah.
But we only need 5 pints for our body.
Oh yeah, that's actually a big. That's a big plot point of whichever Saw movie. I think it was
Yeah.
5.
No. Yeah, 5.
Yeah, because like that whole idea of that escaping was them working together, not being selfish.
Yeah. But that's actually true though. And how they survived, I don't know, it's a bit of a stretch, but
Well,
yeah,
it's actually not, because in the first room all the keys were the same. The second room.
no. I mean at the end where they're sawing their arms,
Oh yeah.
and you can see that the chick's arm is like completely split in half. And then you see in the next movie or in Saw
Yes, they
7,
both survive.
her arm is like stitched back together after cutting through the bone. So I don't know. That's a bit skeptical for me, but yeah, the 5 pints is true. All right, getting back on topic.
Yeah,
So
we got off track to talk about Saw, but we're getting back on track.
Yeah. So Tsunonaga watches in amusement as Genta gets closer and closer to death.
Oh, and also speaking of saws, Crow cuts down the metal tree with ease.
By changing the size of the blade without changing the amount of blood in the blade.
So basically, what he does is he's like lengthened it, but using the same amount of blood.
Urara tells Tsunonaga about the red crystal in Genta's chest and that it's the same red crystal found in various locations affected by the red hole.
Yeah. So
it's your favorite.
He seems to be directly connected to the wretched egg or something like that.
He is the chosen one.
He is the main character.
That's a great game to play. Spot the main antagonist. Have you heard of that?
Yep. It's always the kid with the bright coloured hair.
Yeah.
Or just
For once,
unique
for
feature.
once, I'd like it to be a bold kid. And you're like, oh no, there's the main character. Oh no, wait, no, it's this bald kid.
I mean, you could play that with Nichiju, but you could basically say all the characters are main characters.
Oh, true.
In their own
Or you can
stories.
go like, which character is the main character in this episode?
Well, I mean, the 3 main characters of Nichiju are the 3 girls, but...
Yeah, but like, some of them have like some of them are more of the main character in certain episodes.
Yeah. Or in certain sections of an episode.
Yeah. Alright, so flashback to Kid Ganta post beating from Shiro.
Oh yeah.
There's something different about Shiro from Ganta to be referred to as normal.
Yeah, it's just another odd detail. It's just like, she refers to Ganta as normal. What does that mean?
Kids these days, anything can mean anything.
Well, for Shiro, though, considering her skin tone, there has to be something.
Oh yeah, and Shiro's not in any way related to the main character of Gravity Rush.
Gravity Rush.
Yeah, in that game we're playing as that character, Kit or Cat.
Yeah. I haven't
And we
played
can
Gravity
use-
Rush.
Well, they kind of look alike. Crow doesn't kill Ganta, leaving him to bleed out. Ganta's desire to find the wretched egg drives him to not die, because that egg, I don't think it was a hard-boiled egg. He must know, was it soft-boiled or hard-boiled?
So yeah, what Genta does is he shoots down the commentator to distract Crow to get close for a point blank shot to the chest.
And Crow's
And
like, wait, what?
so yeah, Gunter manages to win by pure
Yeah.
luck because he Crow looks up to look at it and he has to slice it so he doesn't get hit.
Yeah.
So his arms are away from Gunter going right up to him and shooting him in the chest. Smart play, isn't it? It's like distraction.
Alright, a prisoner comes to you for information on a character matching the description he was looking for. She is located in G Block. You has to pay for information on how to get in.
So yeah, that character that he's looking for is also the same character that we saw in the new memory. So yeah, you just find Shiro singing out loud. It's just like she's just going around like
I'm walking on sunshine. It don't feel good.
Well, it's nighttime, so that'd be a weird song to be
I'm
singing.
walking on moonlight. It don't feel good.
Copyright. So yeah, Gunter, his winnings from that fight is 1 million cast points and an antidote candy.
When you think about how much everything costs, is $1 million really something to get cheery about?
We find out something else later as well.
Yeah.
And of course, as the cliche goes, once you beat someone in a fight, you're friends. Although he's not really like friend. He's more like we're on the same terms sort of friend. You know?
It's like Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah.
Like, sums up their relationship. I hate you, but you are a worthy adversary.
Yeah. But we find out there is a punishment game that happens if you lose the carnival corpse and you're still alive. And so it's basically like a lottery machine, like the one where you pull the lever. And of all things, like there's many things you could get, like your tongue and stuff like that, your mouth, ears. I think there's even nose.
Yeah.
There was even one for the throat, as we find out later.
That's nasty.
So yeah, Crow's put in this chair, strapped in, and he has to say stop. And when he does, it lands on right eye. Meaning, he loses his right eye. That's
And it's not like a simple
up.
procedure either. It gets ripped out.
Like, she has to, use some force, because, Urara gets some pleasure in doing so.
Some people are like that.
She's the type of person that would get off on that sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Some people, they enjoy physical harm to other people.
That's sadistic.
Yeah. Well, that's what BDSM is.
Kinky.
Sometimes.
Kinky.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's leave the torture.
Yeah, let's
off
move
to the
on
side and talk about this other part. You want to
go? Yeah. Just let me find where we are. All this kinky talk is maybe lose where we are. This is nothing about. Here we go. Shiro breaks into section SR4 and beats up the guards. Yu overpowers the reporting guard and reports the situation himself as part of the plan. He also asked for the power to be turned off and throws Shiro under the bus just to meet this character he's looking for.
Again, I'm not revealing the character because we both know who the character is.
Yeah, at least I think I do. I'm just yeah, I know who it is.
I can I can say the code name of the person, Hummingbird.
The character is a human.
Yeah, the character is a human. Their code name is Hummingbird.
As everybody knows, hummingbirds like to hum. And what is it they like to hum? Lullabies. And speaking of lullabies, Shiro is clearly connected to the lullaby, considering she notes it has stopped.
Like, not many characters really notice the lullaby. Or the fact that it stops. So, yeah.
What? You want to go? Or?
Can I read the next two?
Yeah.
So yeah, all of a sudden the section SR4 just explodes. Like, okay, totally random. So yeah, both parts go everywhere. And Yu realizes he has underestimated Shiro's power. And also we get a moment of going to realizing what type of place G Block is, because well, it is absolutely beep.
Where the worst of the worst go.
Yeah. And also, it's just pure crazy. And lastly, Shiro's blood burns blue when exposed exposed to sunlight. And she also shares the wretched egg's laugh.
Uh-oh. The plot thickens.
So that's two really big points right there. Like, I wonder if someone's figured out what Shiro's condition is.
I think I know what it is.
What?
Well, I've only seen the 8 episodes because I watch them as I write them.
Yeah.
It might be schizophrenia. I'm just taking a guess.
No. No, it's more complex than that. Because we've seen the wretched egg, and we've seen Shiro. They're both like separate people.
Yeah. Or it might be like in, I'm just going to take another guess here, To Love Ru. You got the brother and sister, Rin and Ren, but they share one body. So like the Ren sneezes turns into Rin, Rin sneezes turns into Ren.
Yeah. I mean,
which makes it pretty hilarious when you see Rin and he's in the dress. Yeah, it's
just
pretty
imagine
alright.
being really
Anyway.
sneezy. Just constantly changing.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna get on to episode 6.
The twin guards find Shiro's collapsed body and look to where Yu is, but do nothing about him. Taking Shiro somewhere. Note: Shiro and the guards look similar in terms of hair and eye color. Could they be related?
Like, I feel like it's some weird way they might be. I'm not 100% certain, but it's just like, it's odd that the two guards that seem to be twins look very similar, and then you got Shiro, who also looks similar in hair and eye color, because that's like the two things you connect whenever you're talking about like phenotypes.
Yeah, it's like in Final Fantasy VII though. Originally, I think it was Cloud and Ariel
Yeah.
were supposed to be related due to their hairstyles,
Okay.
but they changed that.
Yeah.
Oh, so Sephiroth uses a different type of shampoo every day.
What?
Apparently, Sephiroth uses different kinds of shampoo, so his hair smells a different scent every day. 'Cause, he's in the military. He's got to keep up appearances.
Just imagine
I'll,
there was a
I'll,
dirt smell.
yeah, I'll have to send you that link to that video that explains it. It's pretty funny.
Anyway,
Oh yeah.
so
Getting back on topic, the G-Block guard that stole used cast points realizes that he just stole 90 million cast
90
points.
90 plus million. It's like over 90 million.
So how long could you live off of 90 million? Because candy's like what, a million?
No, it's 100,000. Like,
Oh, it's even more. That's right, 100,000, not
so
a
you could
million.
get like over 900 candy and just live forever.
Well, if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 million. All right, so
Do
hold
90
on.
million
Trying
divided by 100,000. That's all you had to do.
10. Okay, yeah. So 1 million is 10 candies. So that would mean that
No,
90 million.
no, 10 million is like 100.
No, like $1 million. If we're going by 100,000, 10 candies would cost 1 million.
Yes.
10, 20, 30, 40,
So
50,
you
60.
just times that by 90.
Yeah, shit.
It's like 900 candies. And
And you only
considering you
need
only need to have one every 3 days, that is like 8 years worth of candy.
oh yeah, and it won't be like the drugs in the cola that'll kill you. It'll be the diabetes from all the sugar.
Ah, well, the candy is said to taste bitter, so it might not be sugary.
Maybe the candy is full of diabetes, and that's why it tastes bitter. They're
No,
tasting the diabetes.
diabetes wouldn't taste bitter.
How do you know?
Because I ate him.
You don't taste diabetes. You have diabetes.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. So
All
you
right.
chose to forget about what he just saw by focusing on this character he is looking for, whose name is Minasuki. So Minasuki, huh? That
Sounds like Miyasuki. As in Miyasuki, I'm sad.
so
So
Gunter wonders if you and
Miyasuki
Shura
all
are
day.
okay, and we meet a new character, prisoner with flowers, who is approached by another prisoner named Miss Matsu, who wants to eat the flowers that she has. By the way, Mr. Matsu's name is because he eats so much. That's his whole thing. So yeah, base and Gunter's like offers his food to Mr. Matsu to get him away. And probably the funniest part of this whole thing is that he just all of a sudden eats the whole tray right in front of them. It's like he eats the food and then the tray. Yeah. So Mr. Matsu is still hungry, so he's like trying to go for the flowers again, and Gunter manages to get him away and get him and himself and this other prisoner to her room. And guess the name of this mystery person.
I know this new mystery person's name. Dun dun dun. Is Minatsuki. The same person you is looking for.
What comedians?
Gunter thinks this place is crazy, and Minatsuki thinks so too. Gunter freaks out.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Go on.
Gunter freaks out over having a straight eye line to Minatsuki's boobs and draws attention to the smell of flowers as a distraction.
I love how he's like, like I'm pretty sure she notices him looking, and he looks, but he's like, what beautiful smells around us. Because Minasuki's thing is that she loves flowers.
Maybe she was a bee in a past life.
Ah, you.
Now
Well,
what? How do you know?
it
You don't
does
know.
also tie into her code name, which is Hummingbird.
Should be buzzing bee.
No, it's not a bird. And hummingbirds
I know.
also
It's
collect
not a
pollen.
bird. It's not a plane. It's Superman.
No, hummingbirds also do collect pollen. Bees aren't the
Yeah, I
only
know.
pollen collectors.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I was just making that joke
So
because I wanted you to say it's not a bird, so I could say it's not a plane. It's Superman. All right, getting back on
anyway,
topic.
yeah, Minasuki's favorite flower we find out is primrose, which is an interesting plant because it can actually cause irritation if you touch them. Which again sort of plays into what Minasuki's character a bit that we find out later.
Nice name, Primrose.
Hmm?
That's a nice name, Primrose.
Yeah.
If I ever had a child and I knew it was going to grow up to be a supervillain, I'd name her Primrose.
I don't think it's any better than my favorite name, Ava.
What?
What?
What's the name?
Ava.
Oh yeah.
That's my favorite name ever
All right.
because of how
Good for
simple it is.
you.
Anyway, get back on track. With Gunter learns about Minasuki's father and how he was abusive, apparently. And she also lost her mother during the Red Hole. And Minasuki's big brother, Yu, thinks she was falsely charged. Even though we find out later what actually happens as well. A lot of the stuff we learn towards the end of this episode for some reason. And then all of a sudden, her dress gets stuck and slips down even further. And Gunter would definitely get beat up by the guys in prison school.
Oh, you saw it. It'd be like, yeah, because in prison, like for guys, you see a pair, it's like seeing Mount Everest up close, or what's it called, or seeing one of the seven wonders of the world. Remember in prison school, how the guys were jealous of what's his name?
Yeah, that's why I made the prison school reference. And how Gunter would
Yeah.
get beat up by the guys.
Okay, yeah.
So Gunter decides he's gonna be the good guy and try to escape with her. And protect her so she doesn't have to use her powers. You gotta love how you try and help someone and then stuff happens to you. Oh, meanwhile, Gunter and Minasuki come across the guard that you knocked out because he's also gone into G block in the meantime. And out of nowhere, some piping falls, and one of them hits Gunter in the leg.
What are the chances that? Come on.
Considering everything that we find out later, I would say 50%. Because Gunter finds out that he's fighting Minasuki tomorrow in the next Carnival Corpse event.
So you're saying it was planned?
Yep.
What a twist.
So yeah, the director sees that Gunter is fighting again, this time against Minosuke, and says this is coming from a guy that can't even properly investigate what happened yesterday with the Shiro incident.
This guy is a complete idiot.
Also, the director is actually confirmed to be the one that made Deadman Wonderland. And Tsunonaga is just the one puppeteering everything. We also find out that the director was the no-name watching the other fight that Gunter was in.
Not a coincidence. But in Deadman Wonderland,
Coincidence is just a second
coincidence.
nature. Coincidence is just second nature, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Minosuke finally reveals her branch of sin, which is Whipwing. Again, playing into the theme of hummingbirds and how their wings.
Cool name, Whipwing.
Huh?
It's a cool name for like fighter jet. Whipwing.
But also, it's like it plays into like how hummingbird wings can flap really fast. And we also get her true personality, and she is one crazy.
She's one crazy Soho.
Yep. And we find out that everything that was leading up to this fight was planned by Minosuke. So, like, the whole Mr. Matsu thing was planned. The pipes was planned. I'm pretty sure even the dress slip was planned. Like,
Sneaky Soho. He's up to something, we know it.
Well, we also find out that Yu has made his way to where the Colorful Corpse event happens, and tells Minosuke he has enough cast points to buy her freedom. Which surprises her, definitely. So,
it's like you got 90 millions.
90 million plus cast points.
Have you been selling that fine ass of yours to get all those cast points? Because I don't know how you could have gotten them otherwise.
Deals. That's how he's been getting it.
Yes, steals on the street.
Nah, not on the street.
25 cast points will get you a Steamboat Willie.
Oh my. Really?
Yes.
Oh, Bailey, what are we going to do about you?
Uh,
You're taking the rating of just what's more like about an M-rated anime and turning the podcast itself into an R18 plus episode.
yeah, right I am.
How dare you?
Oh, anyway, let's continue.
Yeah, let's continue with how Bailey's treating this.
Tsunonaga lets Yu into the birdcage of Carnival Corpse. Ganta is surprised to find out Yu is Minetsuki's big brother. Minetsuki is surprised that Yu and Ganta know each other, and Yu is shocked that Ganta would attack a woman.
Oh.
You man-beater! Minetsuki tries to turn Yu on Ganta by saying he set a trap for her.
But
you
like everything like she did to him, he's like, he did that to me, she says.
So Minetsuki tries to turn Yu on Ganta by saying he set a trap for her.
You already read that one. I was just explaining.
Yeah, sorry. Yu defends Minetsuki from Ganta, but calls out Minetsuki for killing their dad using her branch of sin, but still wants to protect her.
Like, I get the big brother complex, but that is like, if you have to say that to your sister's far gone already, mate. Just
Alright, sis, even though you killed our father, I'll protect you.
like, do you really need that type of complex?
Yeah.
Ugh. So yeah, Mitsuki picks you up with her blood and uses him as a meat shield from Gunter's shots, and proceeds to whip you with her blood later on,
She
and
whips it good.
whip it
She
real
whips you
good.
good.
She calls you out for the liar he is, but Gunter doesn't care because he was doing it for her, and he has helped him before. Also, I just want to note with Minasuki's how she uses her blood. It comes out of her ears, and it makes her hair look really cool. Like in the fight, she
I
has
like.
her hair undone, so it's just hanging. It's just like naturally hanging, and when the blood comes out, it looks like it's adding to her hair.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I
Speaking
like
of
that.
hair, it's a pretty good hairstyle.
Blood, the hairstyle.
No, you ever play Bayonetta?
No, I haven't, but I know she uses like her clothes are made of hair, isn't it?
Yeah, her entire clothing item is hair.
Yeah.
And the more powerful your combos are, the less hair she has on her body. Then when
Ah.
you do like a full ultimate attack, that's all her hair.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You don't
Okay.
see
You
like
went too far.
no, you don't see frontal nudity or anything, but
Okay,
it's a
but
pretty cool
still,
power.
it's a bit far that one.
It's not a bit far. Uh, you prune. Anyway, where were we? Where were we?
Anyway,
Uh,
Gunter goes for an indirect shot on Minasuki, and she's just like, "Oh, you're missing on purpose now, aren't you?"
yeah.
And we get a flashback to the Red Hole incident, which
Your
we gotta
favorite
remember it was a
thing.
whole decade ago, and how Minasuki's mother chose her primroses over her own daughter. What is wrong with that lady? Like, seriously. She literally leaves her own daughter. Although, that seemed to be the better choice in the end, considering what happens to the mother. She gets
Yeah.
crushed by a pillar,
So you see, it was all a blessing in disguise.
which, watching that just reminds me of a kill from another, where a kid just gets absolutely crushed by a pillar.
Yeah.
In that same
Watching
scene,
people.
he always gets killed by a chandelier dropping on him. He manages to get out from underneath the chandelier, keeps running for the door. Pillar just goes, BAM! Just nope. Ugh. That's just
Gunter
the funny.
finally.
Yeah,
Sorry, what?
that was just the funny. That's just a funny part for Noah.
Okay. Gunter finally nails his ricochet in the back of Minatsuki's head and gets you free. Gunter ends up winning the fight by headbutting Minatsuki.
And
But
everyone's a bit disappointed in the fact that it ended with a headbutt.
it's like, bro, man, that's not. No, no, I'm not gonna say it because you don't like my jokes. Too much of a prude.
What is it?
I was gonna say when someone just calls out, bro, that's not the way. Nah, I'll tell you after. I'll tell you after.
I'm more like a prude because I'm trying not to, get my episodes flagged for inappropriate language or anything like that.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to get another strike. I already have
Well,
one of those.
yeah, I got one too, but I need. But they're saying it's copyright content. I got to get that dealt with.
Oh, if it's a copyright claim, it's not as
Yeah.
bad.
No, it's a strike.
Oh,
So
I
they
got a
deal with
copyright
that.
strike for showing blood.
No, it's for some stupid thing.
You wanna know
But anyways,
you wanna
let's
know the
continue.
hilarious part of that with my strike?
What?
It came years after the episode was up. For years, I got away with this episode being up,
Okay.
but now it's just like it gets strike down, and I'm like, I can't do anything about it because the moment it gets striked, it gets removed. I'm like, don't get a chance to remove the section or anything like that. It's just, yep, you're striked. It's gone. And I don't even have the video footage of it. Anyway, let's move on.
And of episode 6.
Well, there's one point that we didn't mention.
Oh, sorry. The director mentioned something about the blood of the Igarashi that Shiro can grant the director a wish somehow.
So,
Kind of like Shenron in Dragon Ball.
so Gunter's last name is Igarashi, right?
I'm pretty sure it is.
So it could just be the fact that he's just talking about Gunter, or it could be like family related thing.
You know
And
what they
also,
say, blood runs
Shuriken
thicker
grants.
than water.
Hmm?
You know what they say, blood runs thicker than water.
Yeah, but it's also interesting that Shuriken apparently grant wishes. I don't think they actually mean it in that sense though. Like Shira's not a genie. Although it'd be funny if
It's
they
more
took
like
that
the
twist.
monkey paw. You have to be specific with what you want to wish for. Like say, I wish for a massage. Who's giving you the massage? Is it a man or a woman? You have to be specific with your wishes.
I love in Rick and Morty how Summer wastes a monkey paw.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because she thinks that the guy's gonna die.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, episode 7. We start in a dark room with both Shiro and the old man. The old man brought her pudding, but Shiro says she hates sweet things. Again, that's an odd choice, considering what we saw in episode 2.
Yeah, something fishy's going on.
And like her whole character is all about sweets. And that she's not the one who likes it. So, bipolar?
Maybe.
Bipolar personality disorder?
Or it could be multiple split personality. No, because bipolar is when your moods are affected. You're happy one day, then you're angry. That's bipolar. Split personality is something different.
Uh, so like the movie Split, right?
Yeah, that's multiple personality disorder.
Hmm. Uh, so yeah, as she gets up to walk away, and the old man gets out of his wheelchair and uses his blood to attack Shira, but she manages to dodge every single strike. So I'm pretty sure it's the old man's supposed to be the director. It's just not obvious in the lighting.
I forgot who he was.
So it's like the director is a dead man, but also the creator of the Deadman Wonderland. So it makes you think: was the original intent actually to protect the dead man, people?
I don't think so. The way he acts.
Well, no. Tsunanaga is the one behind all the experimentation. Like, the director has nothing to do with that.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
He is the director after all. Go on.
I'm pretty sure the director is not supposed to be like he knows what's going on but doesn't approve of it.
Sure he doesn't.
It's like a show that I've been watching, the 100, the
Is that the one with the kids?
yeah, they end up on a destroyed Earth. But yeah, it's in that same similar sense. Anyways, let's move on. Let's move on to Gunter visiting Takumi, who is watching over his little sister, Mina. He feels responsible for what happened to her, as he has been protecting her ever since their mum died.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah. He's had a rough time, hasn't he?
Yeah.
It's always interesting how, like, every single time he appears, he gets injured as well. It's just like he can't escape it.
Yeah, he's accident prone.
he's the punching bag of the show.
Like Yamcha in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Suddenly, the room starts That's meant to be rumbling, not
I
rubbing.
know.
Rumbling like an earthquake, causing Mina to fall off her bed and wake up. The first thing she sees is
Are you
glass.
sure it wasn't rubbing?
Yeah. Oh, you never know. The first thing she sees is glass cabinets, shattered glass, and medicine bottles about to fall on her, most likely killing her. This causes Takumi, we know who Takumi is. I'm just saying I'm just saying Takumi.
Yeah.
To rush up and grab the falling cabinets. Then scientists, I know how much he loves the flashbacks. We get one to when a similar quake happens. A young Mina sees a woman running off, her mother, while Takumi stays behind to help her.
And we gotta remember, the mother does die because she got crushed.
Or if you think about it, she really was just running to make sure the path was clear.
No, she
Like
she took the flowers.
they needed a leader, someone to lead the way. Like, have you ever seen that Seinfeld episode? George is at a kid's party,
Yeah.
and there's like a fire, and he's pushing the old lady and the kids out of the way to get out.
Nah.
It's so funny because and he starts with some bullshit like, we needed a leader. I was trying to lead the way, and it's like, you push the women and children to the ground. He's like, in a fire, what do? You stick to the ground.
Yeah.
And it's like it's such bullshit, but you can't help but root for him. It's like you want him to get away off the line. It's like, he's not going to.
His logic makes sense.
But part of you is
His logic
it's like
makes
he's not
sense.
going to, but the part of you is just like, come on. All right, back on.
Back with Takumi.
Yeah, Takumi is only lightly injured with a piece of glass in his arm, just below his shoulder.
I think it was
His
multiple
sister pulls
pieces,
it
actually.
piece by piece out.
Yeah.
Takumi then smells primroses and is reminded of a simpler time, which causes Gunter to feel pain and have Shiro flashbacks. Speaking of Shiro, we see that Shiro has cut the old man's head off his body and is referred to, as he says, the wretched egg, the abandoned egg. Shiro puts on a helmet with a cape and a gauntlet, then smiles menacingly. Creepiest part I've seen so far.
Yeah, so we're basically confirming that Shiro is the same as the wretched egg. Or
Yeah.
she's not the wretched egg. Exactly. If that makes sense. It's like the wretched egg is like a big hulking character.
You know what they say, looks can be deceiving.
No, like literally, we've seen, like we've never seen Shiro and the wretched egg in the same shot, but they have an actual like cage, like a tube to contain the wretched egg in.
Those goddamn wretched eggs. Why can't these people freeze their eggs like a normal person?
Ah. Oh my gosh.
Alright, where were we? Where was I? Gunter is walking through a hallway and sees how much damage the quake did. A guard pushes him into Senji-san, and Gunter apologizes to him for his lost eye. Senji doesn't seem to mind and tells Gunter that even though he won the fight, he needs to improve his fighting style as he only uses the Gunter gun and has a long way to go.
And Gunter in that moment is like, Gunter gun? And like, he's just like, yeah, the gun.
He doesn't call it the Gunter gun?
It sort of just sticks.
Yeah. But he wasn't giving it a name.
Yeah. Because it's like his ability doesn't really tie into anything a woodpecker does. So yeah, Gunter. Oh wait, no. Everyone hears Mina screaming, and when you learn that Takumi was trying to shower with her to assess her injuries. She throws a plant pot at him and misses. She ends up hitting Crow, and then see Gunter staring at her slightly unclothed body. She throws a pot plant at him as well and misses and hits Sanji square in the head, which causes him to bleed. I love that. It's like women, whenever they do that, it's funny. Not the
funny because it's like a reasonable thing a woman would do.
Yeah, it's funny because it's logical.
That reminds me of this prank I saw. And this guy, like, he pranks his girlfriend who's in the shower. Like, he she like needs a towel, and he hands her a towel and it's all bloody, and she's like, "What the hell is this?" And when she opens the curtain, she sees like a clown in a mask with a chainsaw. It's like, ring, no, 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 no. She just starts screaming. When she realizes it's a prank, she just starts to attack him.
So anyway, Gunter and Takumi get medicine from the medical room, and Gunter tells Takumi how Shino saved his life from a dog after having allergy shots and examinations. We find out later just how Shino does that though. No, Shiro. It is Shiro. You spelled it Shino, but it's Shiro.
Yeah, Shiro gets the allergy shots.
No, but you misspelled Shiro's name.
Oh, what I put?
You put Shino.
Oh, whoops.
How do you miss it? You missed it out.
Did I? Because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she no need any help when she defeated the dog.
Well, we find out later exactly how she does that, and it's a real backbreaker of a way, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, Kyoko, who's this Kyoko character?
That's the brown one.
Oh, the girl with the brown hair. that works under the
Yeah,
Machina?
and the brown skin.
No, do you mean the one that works under the Machina?
Yeah.
She doesn't have dark skin. She just has brown
Hold on,
hair.
let me.
The
A dark
glasses?
hair. Hold on.
Brown hair glasses?
Let me get the character.
Anyway, she's briefing a few men, and
Koshio Karako. Is that who it is?
I, I don't know. It's brown hair glasses.
Uh,
Is that the character you're talking about?
Kyoko is briefing. Yeah, that's what I mean. Sorry. Yeah. So I was
Yes.
getting confused with them.
That's why I was just trying to figure that out because like she's not that
Kyoko
much of a
works with
character,
Kyoko
and she works with
works.
Machina.
Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking of another character. Sorry.
But yeah, so yeah, Kyoko is briefing a few men and Machina about the quake when Machina butts in, saying it was a natural quake. She goes on to say that the area supporting Deadman Wonderland was in the center of the gravitational anomaly 10 years ago. It doesn't believe it's a coincidence that it happened in the same place again. Pulling out a sword, Machina declares she'll uncover the truth and curb anyone who gets in the way. She does slice that desk in half, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Like, that's impressive, to say the least. The fact that you're able to do that. Like, imagine just being able to do that.
Awesome.
Okay, you take the next one and explain who these people are.
You mean Lego Man and Botox Lady?
I'm pretty sure Botox Lady is a Urara, right?
Yeah, and Lego Man is Tsunaga because he's
Uh,
playing with the Legos.
uh,
Yeah.
I love how you do
So
that instead of the actual
Tsunaga and
names, just because
alright, so
you go confuse me, right?
alright, so Tsunaga and Urara talk about Gunter and how the red crystal in excuse me, how the red crystal in his chest is actually a capsule of femto machines, and that they are an aggregation of the nameless worm.
I'm amazed
When
you
running
actually took
scan,
note of femto machines.
yeah,
I do
is that wrong
remember
or
them saying that.
okay? When running scans of the red hole, son of a bitch, that happened a decade prior. Urara discovered that they match the femto machines, but don't match the original's functionality. We also learn why people from the Kanto region become infected with Branch of Sin, and that they
It'd be more
become
like
carriers.
branches of sin, wouldn't it?
Branches. Yeah, sorry. Gunter goes to see Takumi, but runs into Mina, and my man is just seconds away from seeing her rockin' bod. He is.
Yeah.
Mina tells Gunter that Takumi is trying to recover Cass the guard stole from him, and Gunter rushes off to find him. While searching, he gets falcon punched by an ashen-haired woman who thought he'd dodge it. That I was getting
Can I?
confused with the ashen-haired woman.
Yeah, I just want to go back to the femto machines. What exactly are those?
I have no idea. I was just reading what she was saying.
Oh no, I want to quickly look them up. You can continue
The
on.
femto machines are part of the wretched egg.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure femto machines are an actual thing. That's why I was curious. So you can continue the notes while I look into that.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a simple search.
Alright. Takumi is looking inside the locker for his cast and takes a handful of, like, the casts on the paper. Like, because the papers are the cast things, like,
Well, the cards.
which, Yeah, which makes no sense. Wouldn't you want them digitally or something? It'd be much easier. But anyway, as he leaves the locker room, he runs into Tsunanaga, who introduces him to the super monk. And he
Okay,
tells Taka,
sorry.
what?
You say whatever note you were. Finish the note you were
So,
on.
alright. He introduces him to the super monk, and he tells Takumi that cast points work differently in G Block. An inmate can't use them to buy himself out of Deadman Wonderland, and his sister will be forced to participate in her punishment game. This angers Takumi, who goes to attack Tsunanaga, but Super Monk uses the power of his faith guitar to stop Takumi, fatally wounding him.
Well, it's not really a fatal wound, but
No, Super Monk uses the power of his faith. See, that should be faithfully, not fate. That's my bad. I was trying to make a joke.
oh,
To faithfully wound him.
they he shoots cast cards at him.
Yeah.
So yeah, femto machines are just like really, really tiny machines, like on the scale of femtometers.
Like nano machines.
Smaller than that.
Nano machines, son.
Smaller than that.
Now I can't get that meme out of my head.
So yeah, a femtometer is 1/4 of a meter.
What the hell is a quadrillion?
So it's 10 to the power of negative 15.
Christ.
Yeah, that's tiny. Did that little boy. Jeez. Just imagine that being so small.
That's what she said. So anyways, Gunter wakes up on the couch with the ashen-haired woman and no, it's not Siri from The Witcher, eating ramen at the counter.
You
She
missed up
apologizes.
ramen.
Ramen. Raman. That sounds more posh.
Ramen.
Raman. Ram.
Ramen.
Let's go have some ramen. Okay, where was I? She apologizes for hitting him and introduces herself as Kyosho Karak. And that she was sitting at the counter, then sees him awake, and then goes over to see him.
Yeah.
A scar chain. She apologizes for hitting him and introduces herself as Kyosho Karak, a scar chain member, and asks Gunter if he wants to join them, which confuses him. Suddenly, the Anti-Management Society Scar Chain leader shows up and introduces himself as Kengamani Nagi
Mene.
and tells Gunter that the clan's goal is the destruction of Deadman Wonderland.
I mean, I just want to. With the ramen thing, I've heard of a cannibal joke around ramen. It's like, do you think cannibals eat raw ramen or cook them first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
You get it?
yeah, I got it.
Anyway, yeah, let's move on. With Mina's
Me or you,
punishment game
who's-
coming up, and it's about to start on the TV, and Gunter tries to get to her, but Nagi and Carrick stop him from, running out of the room. And Nagi pulls out a pretty cool spy phone from his mouth, disguised as 3 teeth.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, like just imagine being able to do that. It's just like, hello. Yeah,
It reminds me of what the CIA did with this cat. They used to call it Acoustic Kitty, and this is a real thing. And they try and put a radio receiver in a cat and try to have it pick up radio. But it didn't work because the cat would always wander off.
I mean, not a surprise. But it's just funny. It's like, where did they put that? In the cat.
Like, in its teeth. They
Oh.
had to give it dental work.
Me being dirty minded for at the other end. So yeah, Mina receives her punishment, and all it is just a haircut.
It's like, what? A haircut? And the
Yeah.
lady's like, oh, that's bullshit.
No, but she could have done something. She could have done something sneaky about it and just ripped all her hair off and along with the scalp.
Yeah.
She could have scalped her.
Oh, yeah, she could have.
Yeah.
But I guess she wanted something like more gruesome.
Yeah. She wanted to like rip a toenail or like rip some fingers off or something like that.
I ripped a toenail off.
Nah,
I've
anything
done it.
around toenails or fingernails getting ripped off, I'd
Just
be like, ugh.
Yeah, I've done it to my pinky.
So yeah, she got lucky, and Gunter, Nuggy, and Kirk aren't so lucky though, because Supermonk shows up and throws Takumi's wounded body in front of them, and then just messes up everyone in the room. I love what you wrote here. Field of only one type of ammunition, faith.
Yes. And that's the end of episode 7.
One last episode to rule them all.
Yeah.
And this episode opens with Superman about to blast his faith.
And
All over Gunter's.
He's about to blast his face all over Gunter's face.
The phrasing. When sheer faith blocks him when breaking his guitar. She manages to do that with just her foot as well, which is... She is strong for
An extraterrestrial being.
I'm trying not to use the wrong word.
She is strong for a humanoid who can reproduce other humanoids. Is that better?
Yeah, I didn't want to say what I was going to say. Because I didn't want to sound sexist.
How is that saying sexist if you say woman?
I was going to say girl. That's...
How is that saying?
Because I'm assuming guys are stronger than girls. There.
Well, biologically, yes, but that doesn't mean we can win every fight.
Yeah. I didn't want to sound sexist, though.
Like, anime doesn't apply to those rules.
Yeah, I'm trying not to sound sexist on the internet. Because someone can take it, edit in a way that makes me sound like that, and I get in trouble.
Oh, these days everyone's editing everything. Deepfakes are all the rage.
Yeah.
Alright, so, this causes him to retreat, the Supermonk. After the opening, a man named Rukaru Bondu appears with data which we'll later learn more about. There seems to be a short time skip as the place they are at is suddenly filled with patrons in the next shot. One of them asks Gunter if Shura is his girlfriend. This embarrasses him, and he replies saying he doesn't know.
No. Doesn't he say no?
No, he's like, I don't know.
No, he introduces her as his friend.
Yeah, but they're like, is she your girlfriend? It's like, I don't know.
Well, technically, yes, because she's a girl and his friend.
Technically. If you want to get him on a technicality, then...
Yes. What are you gonna say?
I suppose if you want to get him on a technicality, then I suppose it's true.
She's a girl and his friend. Anyways, let's move on. So Nagi explains to Gunter that Rokuro is in charge of information gathering and how he was the one who saved Hummingbird during her punishment game. Gunter thanks Rokuro, but he doesn't respond. He's just the silent character that's like too cool to talk to everyone else, while also being a nerd.
It's like smugness, like SAO abridged. It's like,
Yeah.
Kirito, I love you. I know, I love me too.
And Nagi notices Shiro, introduces Shiro to Rokuro, but he has nothing to say to her either. The patrons joke about Nagi and how his open-minded attitude is what they trust about him. Like, yeah, Nagi's probably like the nicest character in the whole show, to be honest.
Probably the nicest man in all of Deadman Wonderland.
And like, what was her name? The girl that can use her blood as a shield. She's also a nice character as well.
The ashen-haired woman?
Yeah.
That's Karoko
Correct.
Koshio.
Or as you wrote in another note, Karak. So, Shiro orders some kind of ice cream fruit snack, but she doesn't know how to describe it to make sense. But she's not sure what it's called, but she's like, it looks nice. And as she's eating it, the man who served her asks if she's from the regular prison, as she's not a dead man. Shiro replies with, Shiro's always been here, causing the man to be confused. And Nagi tells Gunter that his clan is playing something big and asks Gunter what is the freedom he daydreams of. Like, what is it really when all his friends are dead? And he also has powers forced upon him as well.
They say great power.
Becomes great bodacious cannons. Let's get on to the next point, huh?
Great responsibility comes great deniability.
But also comes bodacious cannons, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get you to read the next point.
Me to read the next point?
Yeah.
In a locker room, Makina and Kyoko are getting changed, and we almost get a full look of Makina's bodacious cannons. We learned that Deadman Wonderland. Yeah, that's a good one. Bodacious. I like that word.
Bodacious cannons.
Yeah, bitches love cannons.
Hey,
We learned
that B word is not allowed.
Oh,
You've said it twice.
I'm sure you can censor it.
I suck at censoring.
Alright. We learned that Deadman Wonderland has a week-long inspection every year to ensure it meets the country's safety inspections. The two are planning to do something illegal to ensure order in the future. We'll find out what this is later on.
As per the course of this anime, isn't it? It's always something that we learn later on, isn't it? So yeah, at the clan bar hideout, we learn more about the inspection from Karak. That's the name you gave her, apparently. Why did you put Karak?
Alright.
Because that's the
should
ashen
be-
haired girl.
I forgot to put the O. It's Karako.
Karako.
Yeah.
It's
It's Rashio Karako. Sorry.
Yeah. You just forgot the O, okay. So yeah, everything shuts down during inspection week, so none of the shows happens, like both public and private. So there's not going to be any carnival corpses. And during this inspection is when the clan will execute their plan to escape, which is a mass breakout. My phone went off.
Good or bad?
Ignore that. The only problem they have with this plan is that the Undertakers, which Supermonk is a part of, they're gonna be like making sure they can't escape, obviously, because they are the special forces that Promoter Tsunanaga put on the job, and are the worst criminals in Deadman Wonderland. All of them are put through a special correctional program, but only a handful of them survive. And as we find out that in the later episode about one of them, it doesn't matter your age, doesn't it?
It's your shoe size that counts.
Nice Frozen reference.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't think you'd pick up on that.
I remember that line exactly.
Alright.
It's like shoe size. Size doesn't matter. You may take the next point while I silently laugh over here.
Sure can, buddy. Alright, at the clan bar or hideout or whatever it is, we learn more about
No,
the
I just read that one.
I know. I wanted to read it again.
No, you're not reading it again.
Aw. Gunther thinks this special program is why his branch of Sin didn't work on Supermonk, but after Rockero looks at the security tape of what happened, he sees that Supermonk dodged his attack, but Gunther doesn't believe it. The patrons in the bar laugh at Gunther, and Rockero says he can't be trusted and isn't worth integrating into the plan. This angers Gunther, who says he was never going to join them anyway. Bucker. He tells the patrons that he doesn't trust them and that they are just slacking off rather than working on breaking out. Gunther leaves with Shiro, who takes her drink with her.
Yeah, she's just like, what was that drink that she had?
It's some type of fruity drink, a mixed combination of stuff. I'm not sure what it was.
Yeah. Anyway.
So I wouldn't mind trying one of them. It looked real nice.
So yeah, Tsunanaga is down in the dark room where Shiro was in the previous episode, and bowling and talking to two ashen head people. I think he's talking to the two twins.
Yeah, they're the two twins because he's like bowling with the head and he gets a 6.
Yeah, he's 6 pins. Well, he didn't get a strike. Tsunanaga is a stake that he can turn the prison into his own personal wonderland, because that head is the director's head. Because I think Shiro ended up killing the director.
Yeah.
So yeah, Gunter goes to the gym where Crow is, and during this time we learn about Nagi's backstory, which happens 2 years prior to our current event, and Nagi was forced to fight his wife in the Carnival Corpse event, and he purposely lost the game so his wife didn't have to be punished. So in that losing, he did the punishment game, and he lost his vocal cords. Like,
Well, they weren't He didn't lose them; they were removed.
Yeah, that's basically the same as losing them.
Yeah.
And
Because
then
he's obviously talking in the present.
yeah. Yeah, so he does have a robotic voice though. So you like when you first hear his voice, you're probably wondering like, wait, why does he have a robotic voice? This is why, and the promoter also decided to have his wife punished too. So Tsunaga is just the absolute worst. So yeah, and Nagi tries to escape with her, but Supermonk blasts her and kills her due to his yeah due to his vocal cords being missing. He couldn't even cry out his wife's name. We don't even learn her name, I don't think.
I don't remember the name.
Yeah, we don't even learn her name. That's just terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
You want to take the next one?
Gunther returns to his home and finds Nagi there with Shiro. He's showing her a toy, which I used to have as a young lad.
Really?
Yeah, one of those ball things. I used to have one as a kid.
Uh, what do you mean the ball things?
Like the toy he's showing Shiro, I used to have one of those.
Oh, is it like the one on the string where you have to catch it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What do you think I was talking about?
I just didn't know.
Oh, okay. Gunther apologizes to Nagi. Is it Nagi or Nagai?
Nagi.
Pretty sure it's Nagi. For calling him and the others slackers. We learn that Nagi isn't out for revenge for what happened to his wife, but wants to bring down Deadman Wonderland and free the people. He also has a child in a nursing facility outside the prison, which he wants to hold one day. I don't know what the hell Shiro's doing as Ginter and Nagi talk. She's flopping around
Gunter.
the bed like a fish. Yeah, did you notice that?
I didn't really read the notes beforehand.
No. Did you notice that, like, while they're talking, Shiro's just flopping around in the bed? Did you notice that?
I don't think so, but it's.
If you go back and you watch episode 8, you see her
Oh
just
no, she's
rolling
doing like
around and
exercises. She's
yeah,
doing
and
like
flip-flopping
exercises.
all over.
She's doing exercises. They're not really. She's not really just flopping around. She's purposely doing some sort of exercise.
Yeah. Okay, during sleepy time, Gunter is confused as to why Nagi doesn't want revenge. He ends up talking to Shiro and promises to take her on a Ferris wheel ride once they
Because
get
of
out of
course.
prison. Yeah. Super Monk is playing an air guitar as his real guitar was destroyed by Shiro. A little girl complains that she can't do her homework due to this. A guard gives Super Monk an...
I just love
What?
how he does the air guitar.
Yeah. No, I should call it like... that reminds me of that Family Guy joke, and the homeless guy's like, "Can you spare some change?" And Peter puts nothing in there, and the guy's like, "You didn't put anything." And he goes, "No, no, I put something in there. I put hope." Or was it faith? No, it was hope. He said, "I put hope in there."
so, so yeah, the guy comes up to Superbunk and gives him a new guitar, and an old man suddenly appears who tells him the guitar is 98% unchanged. That we find out it's Rockero or Judas. Judas.
Yes, he shall be referred to as Judas from now on.
He tells Superbug that everything is within his calculations. He's a nerd like me. You want to take the next one?
Sure. The clan is watching TV in their bar base, and a news report talks about the red hole phenomenon and Deadman Wonderland. Karako is eating meat and getting pumped to bring down Deadman Wonderland.
All I can just think of now is just the ad of like, meat. It's what's for dinner.
I was thinking of Ren and Stimpy with Kowalski. What do you want? Meat! Gunther shows up and starts to apologize, but Kuroko slaps him on the back, saying it's all good. Shiro then shows up, and the few guys tell Gunter they are jealous of him. Gunter wants Shiro to wait in his room until the plan is complete, which makes Shiro sad, as she wants to help. As Shiro leaves, Karako tells her to cheer up, as Gunter likes her and doesn't want to see her get hurt.
Yeah.
This makes Shiro ask whether Gunter loves her, which causes Karako to be a little puzzled at her being asked the question. After Shiro leaves, Nagi... Sorry, what?
It's just funny.
Okay. After Shiro leaves, Nagi discusses the plan with everyone. It is to expose how despicable Deadman Wonderland is to the world. And to do this, they will need evidence. Nagi shows everyone a data chip which has all of Tsunenaga's illegal operations on it, including all the operations done on the Deadman. The plan goes as followed. Neutralize G-Block control room, take the freight elevator, pull an emergency alarm 5 minutes before they leave the freight elevator, split into 2 groups and use the confusion as cover. Judas and Nagi will take the control room. The plan mostly works until a flesh disintegrating robot shows up, or a necromarco, as it's called in the show.
You got it half right. I think it's like
because it's shooting acid
or something like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's necromarco.
No, micro.
I swear it's Marco.
No, it's a micro.
Necromicro, okay. It fires its flesh-eating fluid or acid at one of the clan members, and he is DONEF. His flesh and bones start to melt, and he dies. And it reminds me of that scene from the first RoboCop, and the guy gets like toxic waste spit on him, and he's like, his like flesh is just like starting to the elastic of it is just peeling away. I don't know if you've seen that RoboCop scene.
No.
It reminds me of that. And starts melting and he dies. The platform everyone is on starts to break due to the acid, and Karako stays behind to hold on it. She throws Gunter the data chip and tells him to run and that she's counting on him.
I feel like you missed something, though, in these notes.
What did I miss?
A certain character. Unless that character appears in episode 9. No, he does appear in episode 8. You missed a character named Toto.
Toto?
Yeah. Like
What the hell is Toto?
Like the green-haired character that looks a bit like Gunter.
Oh. Why? I don't remember a Toto.
They come into the gym when Gunter's doing his training.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank. I cannot remember a Tato.
Oh my!
Trying to remember.
Our first introduction to the character is like when Shiro's eating a whole bunch of snacks, and she offers some to them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you completely forgot that character.
Doing the best I can.
Don't worry, they have a bit of importance in episode 9 anyway. They tell Shiro what's going on. But we're going to have to end this episode here. Bailey's going to get his notes done for 9, 10, 11, and 12.
We were only doing 4.
Oh, wait. I just remembered. I just did the roll call for the wrong show.
Oh, what?
I did it for Promised Neverland, but our next one is Trinity 7.
Ah, okay.
Oh no, it was Promised Neverland, and then it was Trinity 7.
Don't we have to do the roll call for Deadman Wonderland?
We already done that. We recorded it before we even started the first episode, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, ignore my stupidity, please. And more focus on the fact that we're going to end this episode here. Links will be in the description both of Bailey's channels and also both of my channels for you guys to go check out. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so the next video comes out. A ding, a ding, a ding, a ding.
Dong, dong.
And the Mad Scientist, Mad Scientist.